Alright, there we go.
Want him back to the iCarly show.
Cool.
Wait, were we supposed to have Audacity open?
No.
Yes, sir.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Let's just stream for this one. All right.
I know.
Cyber. Hey, Cyber.
Yeah?
Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm young now.
What?
Shit, I think he's the captain.
I'm the captain now.
I mean, it's pretty.
I'm the
edgy
captain
to
now.
Hold a real gun at Cyber's head and go off, I guess.
I got a gun. Okay.
The tip isn't even orange.
All right.
Let
This
me
takes
message.
place directly after. Oh yeah, I should probably explain that I'm gonna be the GM for this session. If you have heard the last session, that's cool. If you haven't, pretty much what happened was they just escaped prison and stole a boat, and they're running away from the Navy. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So, this is the night after. I'm gonna need Marcos to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
We should probably explain our characters before we get
That's a
into
good
it.
idea.
Good, they already saw it.
Most of our viewers, I'm assuming, have not seen the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Marcos Katsoros. I am a Caprother. Basically, I'm a goat. I'm a 2-weapon fighter. I'm currently at level 2 right now.
Okay.
Oh, me. Hugo Lorne, a vampire, I guess you could say, doctor. Which, most subraces being basically human, so. But I think the vampire overlaps on that.
Yep. Twig.
I'm Twig. I am a cat of a undeterminate race, and I have the personality of a rat.
That's
Hi,
accurate.
but
Don't
in a
forget
rat
your
kinda
duck.
way.
It also has a
and I
little
have
bird.
A bitch-ass bird.
Little bastard.
Is it a duck?
It's
Crap.
no, it's not a duck.
I don't know why. It's... Okay, yeah, it's a
I
parrot.
thought it was a
Wait.
duck.
No,
It's
what?
cormorant.
Yeah, it's not a
Wait.
duck. Why the fuck did you think it was a duck? What?
It's
What are you, a nerd?
The
Yeah.
Chinese duck?
yeah, it's a cormorant. It's a kind of Chinese bird used for fishing. I did research.
The Chinese duck.
Okay, Sasha.
Oh yeah. The first time playing D&D, but
You played a couple times before already.
yeah, with you guys. But I mean, like this so
right.
far.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Sasha is a girl who was in military and they were bad and traumatized her. And so she went to go like live in farms and stuff because she wanted to not have that happen to her. And then that came to her.
And then we have Cyber, who's a secret.
Ooh, what am I? Who am I? Who are you?
No.
Turns out
Alright.
he's just the fucking chainsaw shark.
Lucky block opening.
Hello.
Celebrity Griffin McElroy? Oh my god.
Hi there, little
Dun,
boys.
dun, dun.
Hi there, boys. It's me, boys.
Plans tomato?
Okay, go to boy.
I'll put my fingers in your ass.
Saving throw.
Okay, I'll do the Constitution throw.
What about the robot?
Oh yeah, there's also a robot who's my old character that from when I was playing the game, and he's a chef and also a robot, and he's pretty cool. Ever seen Big Band? It's like that.
It's the love child of Big Band and Hell
And
Chef.
what's that? And what's that species called again?
Oh, Warforged.
That's correct.
Warforged on. Okay, got a 12. Nice. All right. A wave of cold, icy water crashes onto the helm of your ship, waking you unceremoniously as it drenches both you and the steering wheel you fell asleep on. The last you remember, it was sunset and your party had gone below deck. You were ready to guide the boat you had all stolen together for the first few hours of the night, but now looking around you, heavy rainfall hits the deck in sheets. Over the deafening roar of 1,000 raindrops, a crack of thunder booms. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
How far?
60 feet. Up to 60 feet.
As you look off the stern of the ship, it is completely pitch black, but your keen goat A huge wave, about the size of a small house, rocked right past your boat. It is a heavy storm. About an inch of water fills the deck of the ship. You are soaked down to the bone, and no one else is on board. Looks like everyone's still asleep. You are alone, and you can see that your sail is pretty much totally drenched as well, and picking up on the really heavy winds of the storm. What do you do?
Can I look around and see? How far is this storm through?
At least 60 feet.
At least.
Huh. No, that's not good.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, jeez. How am
That's
I gonna
true.
Get out of...
It's not good.
How am I gonna get out of this one?
Can you check?
Well, let me check for. Can I make a thorough or not thorough? Fuck. Can I make a check for perception to see if I can see what would be the best like direction to try and steer the ship?
Okay, go ahead. Well, I'll tell you this: you're definitely not on course to wherever you were going before, so you have no idea where you are.
Oh boy.
We had a destination to begin with.
Like you were charting towards an island, but not anymore.
Hold on, I should probably wake up at least someone who's able to fly.
Maybe not fly, but like.
Well, no one can fly here.
Yeah, who the fuck you can
Oh.
fly?
Kind of fucked.
Oh, I don't know why I thought Hugo could do that before.
Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I can turn into a bat.
Vampires can't
Actually-
cross like flowing
Maybe
water.
the cat person
I
could
say
also
as
see
I
in the
look
dark.
over my list of things I can do.
Maybe
Um,
the cat person who can also see in the dark.
Does flowing water count as?
Well, I mean, I can see the dark.
Yeah, he'd
Also,
die
I
if he
don't
went to
think-
the ocean.
What?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. If he went into the ocean, he'd die because like waves.
Me?
You.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Hugo explodes.
Hugo,
immediately
no.
now.
That's not. No, running water technically counts as water that's flowing in a sense. Technically, the ocean wouldn't kill me. Rain possibly could.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
well,
Also, the thing is, I don't think that I need to sleep. Do I sleep?
You
don't
can.
need to sleep, but you can sleep to get your abilities back. You go into like the stasis mode where you like recharge.
Plus, also, it's nighttime, and I don't think I
Almost
sleep during the night.
sarcophagus.
So I'm-
Yeah.
I'm awake. I think.
Do you want to go wake up everybody? Then
Sure. Wake up everyone.
you open the door and you can see. I don't know. I want to say press. I was gonna say you and Shiro. Neither of you need to sleep. Do you guys like hang out? What's up? You don't like each other, but you.
I think after the conversation of earlier in the last part,
Yeah.
I'd say no.
Well, canonically, this happens before this.
Oh, it
that-
does?
Imagine it's just
Can
like
I?
a scene.
Interquel.
This is right after you guys escaped.
Oh well.
But I'm sure you've had that conversation since then. You guys both have
Probably.
very differing views on the value of life
Mhm.
and that kind of thing. So that's
I'll
gonna be
probably just be. I'll just probably
No.
just be sitting there looking through my bag, just checking things.
okay. So you didn't hear this before because this is a pretty airtight ship. But as soon as Hugo opens the door, you can hear like the fucking rain outside, and
Mhm.
it's hitting real hard. And you see that Milos is completely just drenched.
Having troubles up there, Captain. I say in a sarcastic tone.
Oh, well, you could say that. That's kind of lightly.
What- On
So I
Shiro.
think I don't know where we are, and I don't know how to get out of this mess. I need someone to maybe look around for a possible place to land. That would be preferable.
Hey, Press, can you make a perception check?
Sure. Let me open up my thing right here. Right here. Perception.
Huh.
I just okay. Damn.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
What happened?
I said and then Avalon said and then we both stopped talking.
Okay, well, you are below deck. Everyone is asleep, except for you three.
I was gonna interject and say After the door opens, I doubt Twig would be sleeping through that noise.
Okay, yeah, Twig wakes up, and into a boom of thunder. And you kind of jump up out of your bed and put your head on the fucking top bunk.
Oh, fuck!
Beds on this ship.
And can I just say I love your roleplay?
Thank you.
Okay. You're awake. Make a perception check.
Ah, shit.
Hold on, let me just.
You want me to roll
let me
for you?
just try- Let me just try something real quick.
What check do I make? Shit. What?
Perception. It
Oh,
is your eyes and ears.
Christ! Sorry.
It's all good.
Rolling good in
Oh,
real
shit.
life.
Wow, you guys suck. Okay.
Hold on, let me just get my
Oh, I
D20
just hit my head off of the top of the ship, so I wouldn't expect myself to be seeing quite clear right now, would I?
Yeah, it's true.
Just hold the 20
I'll say something that all of you noticed is that near the back of the room where Sasha is sleeping, you go to wake her up. I guess Marcos, you go to wake her up, and you see she is having a nightmare.
You okay?
Nope.
She's not waking up.
What, yeah, I was like, I'm trying. It's like, what? Wait, how do nightmares work?
Yeah, Sasha, actually, can I go to you real quick?
She's just there. Hey, poke, poke. You okay? Poke, poke.
Yeah, she's tossing and turning. She's tossing and turning in the bed. You can hear her mumbling, and it's real obvious she's not having a great sleep right now. Sasha, I'm gonna go to you real quick. So,
Okay.
back in when you worked for the Navy, you did some pretty bad things.
Yeah.
The people who basically you were part of this huge ship called Death's Armada, which was this sequence of 6 different ships that you lived on for a couple of years, and you were one of the high-ranking commanders on those ships. And what you would do is you would go to different islands and ask them if they wanted to join, or this diplomacy team would. And then if they didn't, your team would come in and force them to join. And this was pretty much said to be okay because to stop from piracy from spreading and to keep them safe. And you find yourself to be there right now. And on this day, it was a really nice sunny day. But as you look up in the sky, it is completely red for you right now. And so is the sun glowing red in the sky. And you look over at the island, and the siren is blaring. That is the signal to attack. And all your friendly ships are coming in, and they're getting ready to fuck up this island. And can you tell me what's up with this island?
This
What's
island.
this place? Yeah,
Oh, the island that we're about to ransack, or the island that island?
the island you're about to ransack.
I'm gonna imagine very tiny people who are
Tiny
proud,
people?
but yet who are proud yet strong, simple working.
Okay, so like maybe halflings.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this kind of small fishing outpost, like this of docks, and they're all pulling together, and you can see people like fishermen jumping up off the docks and running inside. You can see people grabbing their families and running in, and someone walks up to you from behind. It's kind of the stormtrooper looking people, like they all kind of are dressed the same, and one of them says, Commander Sasha, what do we give the order to fire?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry. The description is like, but also you're doing a very good job.
No problem. Anything confusing?
No, nothing is confusing. It's just like, wow, this is a bad situation.
Yeah, this is what Sasha did.
I'm guessing she is gonna say something like fire, but
Do
I
you
was trying to
wanna-
think
do
of
you
a
want us to
really
board, or
dramatic
do you
way
wanna-
of saying it.
Do you want us to board, or do you want to go ahead and lay down cannon fire first?
Cannon fire.
All right, the ship pulls around, and cannonballs are loosed into the homes of these halflings. They're pretty small buildings, so these cannonballs tear through them like paper, pretty much. Paper mache. And you see there's explosions of wood and shrapnel, and the sound is getting a bit too much for you. And that's around the time that someone shakes you awake. and you can hear the rain outside, and you realize that you're not in that place anymore. What do you do?
I would scream, but there are people in the house. So I'm just gonna say, ah!
Okay, she screams as she wakes up. Everybody probably jumps.
Yeah.
Oh, that gave me chills there.
This dramatic scene. Ah! Oh, that gave me chills.
That gave me chills.
I don't know if this is a good time to interject right now, but I was thinking of the possible solution to the ship getting drenched problem. How many bedrolls do we have?
Probably about. Actually, you have like 3 spares plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. So 9.
Wait, I have a question.
9 bedrolls, each of them being roughly 7 pounds. I was thinking we could make some sort of improved sail using that. Considering I'm assuming that the bedrolls would not have the greatest reaction to the water, but I'm pretty sure it's better than whatever material is being used to keep the sails together. Would that possibly work?
Like, it could work. I'm not really sure. I'm good at cooking things. Hey, Sasha, are you okay? And Shira kind of walks over to you and lifts a hand down to help you up.
Yeah, Sasha at
Real
this point
bad
was just
form out
kind of like, I don't want to say cowering, but just kind of like sitting there at the edge of her like bed.
Shira doesn't
Processing.
know how to process this. Shira says, do you want some food? No. Okay, we gotta deal with the storm.
I study this just a moment. But anyways,
I'll be fine. I'm just going to need a minute.
Question. Is Jinja still with us?
Who?
Well, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is after you got off
Chainjaw.
the.
Fuck, I forgot about Chainjaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinja,
Rami.
My baby helps Sasha through nightmare.
Yeah, Chainjaw kind of wakes up, and I think he was like sleeping inside of a chest near the back of the room, but there didn't have any extra beds. And so he just opens up the chest. Hey, what's going on? This is the voice I decided to go with. A long hour and a half. That was...
Muscle man.
Also, I wanted to just say,
Why,
sorry,
Mom?
apparently rain doesn't count as running water. So
Oh, huh.
like
Well.
I looked it up just to clear it off my conscience.
All right, do you guys want to walk out into the deck?
Sure.
You go ahead, your night vision's a bit better.
You know what? Not a fan of water. I'm gonna say,
Can I offer Twig the parasol then? I mean, given it probably won't do anything.
I feel like
It's a sturdy
yeah.
parasol.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to use an umbrella during a thunderstorm.
I'm gonna say, Twig, as Hugo hands you this parasol, it's giving you some bad vibes. It's like kind of it has dark energy about it.
This is a very bad umbrella.
I take
Ow, this is a
offense to
bad
this.
umbrella.
How dare you?
Okay.
This is.
Okay, fine, I'll take it. I'll take the umbrella.
Well, thank you very much, and trust me, it will not let you get hurt. Just
As you guys walk out onto the deck, I'm gonna read the description of those with better night vision, what they
Sasha
can
does
see.
come with, and is recovered.
Okay. You probably can't see shit, I'm gonna say. Like, literally, the human in the party without dark vision, you cannot see a couple of feet outside of the room. It is-
Yeah. Well,
like,
no, it's not like she didn't fully come out yet, but like she's kind of like looking out there, like, yep, that's a rainstorm.
as you're looking out the door, a crack of thunder lights up the night, or a crack of lightning, and you see waves the size of small buildings lifting themselves up and cascading down with 60-foot sprays of salt water. Miraculously, your ship has totally avoided being broken into tiny chunks by the splintering driftwood for God knows how long. This is the kind of storm that inspires legends of leviathans of the ocean, sea monsters who swallow up whole battalions of ships in the night. drowning hundreds of unlucky sailors, be they nobles or pirates alike. And your dinky little sailboat has managed to be alive in the middle of it until now.
We're dead.
Completely
We're
fucked.
We are irretrievably dead.
Ooh. Is there any way for me to test out my idea with the bedrolls?
What were you gonna do?
It's gonna replace, well, not replace, but kind of change up the, like, just use the bedrolls to kind of add protection to the shield so the shield doesn't die.
The shield?
Shield.
Or, no, sail.
The sail. Oh yeah, you could try to
Oh,
replace
you know,
those
the ship's
bed
shield.
sheets. Who's gonna be able to come up there and get it in time though?
Also, wouldn't you have had to have sewn them together to make a perfect sewing? How big are the bedrolls?
Shiro's kind of panicking, and Shiro kind of flips through a bunch of kitchen appliances. Like, oh, I could try to use this barbecue skewer. Does anyone have any thread? Does anyone have any thread?
No. Would anyone like some stuff?
Let me look inside my. Let me.
I
Look
have
in,
some rope, but that probably wouldn't work though.
I'm gonna look inside my. Well, I mean, I guess a surgeon's kit would probably have a good amount of twine. I just pull out a roll of, I guess, thread. I guess twine, surgeon's thread, or whatever, and a needle. Would this be efficient?
That's not a lot, but we could try it definitely. I don't know. We're about to get wrecked out here. We need to get out of the storm.
Can Sasha like hear any of this? Like, how far outside the door are they?
Like they're probably still inside the door.
Okay.
So you can hear this.
Yeah, I actually,
Sasha,
that would
do
be
you know
really
how to
dumb if
sew?
they just stood outside to talk about this.
Let's go. So Shiro takes out a clawed-like hand and tries to pick up the sewing needle and just kind of slips out. God damn.
Hold on, let me look at my inventory.
If you want somebody to do something, you better do it yourself. I'll take care of it. I just take the needle. Maybe ask the person who can actually do surgeries with a needle to do it.
Oh, I still
That's a good idea. Do you have healing kit? You have stuff to
I have
sew
a
wounds shut?
I have what?
You know, for like, you healing wounds shut, you have like,
I have a surgeon's kit.
yeah, surgeon's kit. You could use that.
Yeah.
Okay, you can use one of your charges from your healing kit to sew it up.
All right. Do I just click on in my tool proficiencies?
It's cool. You can just do it.
Just roll for intelligence.
You don't have to roll. It's
Oh.
just you know how to do this.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah, I know how to do this. Back man.
Okay, you,
It's
Would that be
circumstances.
more of an athletics thing or an acrobatics thing?
I'd say they'd probably be. Well, the thing is, you can climb about half of your speed, but I think Twig's race doesn't actually get the ability to climb full speed.
I would argue that it would be athletics because you're climbing a wet pole in the middle of a storm.
Yeah, sure. I would take either.
I have pretty good score in athletics. That's my highest thing.
Yeah,
Alright.
I have a climbing speed of 20 feet, and I have a +5 bonus to acrobatics. So, despite literally every part of my being telling me to not do this, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I don't
You guys are
think-
climbing opposite sides of the sailboat trying to get this up. It's gonna take 2 people.
Is the implications of that roll that a goat is just as capable of climbing a wet pole as a cat?
Surprisingly,
More so.
yeah. Actually, I think Twig, you probably think Marcos is about to get his ass kicked. But as you're climbing up the pole, you can see just like Marcos bounding past you, like up. You're reminded of like, you know how goats can jump up mountains really quickly. He's just kind of bounding up the pole past you, and you're like, what the fuck?
He craves that mineral.
And you guys try it pretty quick.
I do not
You
think
guys
I've had
can,
a single successful roll all evening.
But I will say, Twig, something you do say, see, is in the distance you see a red light.
Guys, there's some sort of light over there. I think we might be close to an island.
A distant siren can be heard, kind of a wailing off and on.
I should
And you
probably,
guys,
Wow.
probably investigate. Who has the highest
I
investigation?
said wow, not an imitation.
I can roll a
Just to
perception on
clarify.
that if that would help me get a better look at it.
yeah, sure.
Would Shay get an advantage for being
Oh,
so high?
that's shit.
Well,
9, that's good enough. You're kind of looking up at the top of it, and you and Marcos can definitely see that it's kind of spinning around, kind of like a searchlight, going back and forth through the water.
Would I maybe have any prior knowledge of what that is?
Nope, Sasha, you do recognize that that is the siren call of your ship that you used to be on for about 2 years. Which means that you don't know. That's what it is, though.
Well, that
Is
sure
this
as damn it makes
siren-
her sad an inch away from the door.
Is this siren loud enough for everyone to hear?
You can all hear it now. Just distant enough, and it's getting a little bit louder.
Well, it could. You know, if it's an Imperial ship, they could be coming to take us.
I think I'd rather be back in jail than dead.
Alright. Well,
Just throw the sail into the sea.
Perhaps we could get taken in by these Imperial ship, and then maybe once the storm settles down, we could find a way out again.
I mean, wasn't that hard to get out the first time, so... Okay, let's do it.
Listen, if we get captured, I'm definitely gonna die. You guys will be safe, but they're gonna dismantle me. The Shiro.
Why didn't they dismantle you before?
They didn't know I was there.
What?
What was there?
Yeah,
These people are dumbasses. I'm sure you'll be fine.
okay, yeah, as it gets close, as you guys kind of sail towards it, everyone's kind of manning their stations, and you do see that, Sasha, it is the ship that you spent during your...
Well, I can't cuss, but
The Blood Baron, yeah.
yeah. I can't cuss, but Sasha does say a pretty nasty word.
Can I roll for
Heck.
insight for... Can I roll for
Barnacles.
with the
Heavy
Sasha's
Western
reaction?
accent.
Heck.
What can you roll for us? Sorry.
Insight for the reaction that Sasha is having right now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just... Damn it.
I don't really see why you should have to roll for insight. You can definitely, if you're standing in the back, you can see that Sasha's not having a good time.
Oh yeah.
I can put 2 and 2, I just don't care enough as a character. I
Oh
guess.
shit.
Yeah. Fair
Well, I
enough.
mean, for a 5, I'll just say I don't care.
The siren is blaring, and the spotlight suddenly snaps to your ship, and it is bright red. And on top of it, you can see a masked individual in a long cape about 200 feet up in this galleon ship.
I smile and wave.
It looks back,
Smile and wave, boys.
completely unmoving. You hear the sound. It lifts one hand, and you hear the sound of a bunch of something on the side of the ship being aimed towards your ship, and it snaps with the metallic click into place.
That is.
Well,
That's,
it looks,
out of
that's,
the frying
that's certainly
pan.
an expression.
well, it looks like they're about to sink our ship. That's
What color is the bedroll?
Thank
That
you, Captain Obvious.
Oh wait,
It's
Sasha
blue.
could be all like, "Yo,
Oh,
guys!"
the blue.
and maybe
What was
not have them die.
What was the color of the sail?
It's probably a bunch of different colors.
Is there
Mostly
any
white.
white near me in my current position?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
definitely.
I know what you do.
Can I just like tear a little bit of white fabric and wave it around and be like, We're not gonna fight you, we surrender already!
The masked figure on the top of the ship looks down at you and then moves its hand down, and you see two harpoons slam into the side of your ship.
Well, looks like we're being boarded.
Oh shit! Okay, only one hits.
Oh,
It begins to quickly fill with water at the bottom of the ship.
Okay. Anybody else got any ideas?
Shiro bolts to the bottom of the ship. The shark guy looks pretty stunned.
I'm trying to decide if Sasha would be brave enough to just come out and be like,
wait.
"Yo, maybe don't kill us."
Can the shark lad swim?
I can swim.
They can't
I
carry
think
us
it's
all.
I'm not gonna leave my son here.
Well, don't worry. How about you can leave your son with Sasha and make sure. What you can do is perhaps you could try and sneak into the water and sneak around the Imperial ship and find a way to climb up to it.
I can try. All right, I'll be. You promise to protect her or him? You promised to protect him.
With my life.
I don't think sneaking on is maybe the best idea here. I remember trying to not get shot at.
Fair.
Well, if they're boarding
Oh.
the ship, or at least attempting to, then most of their attention will be focused on us.
Continuity, Aerith. Not actually his son. Just close friends.
Oh,
Sorry,
dang.
Cyber.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna leave my close friends.
I'm not gonna leave my bestest pal.
What are they, a gay couple?
Isn't Remy like a child? No.
Yeah.
Remy is a kid.
Don't you dare say that.
What if he's just a twink?
Cancelled.
Remy's female.
What?
Oh,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
No, this surprised everyone.
I have to redesign my doodle, so no.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Let's keep going with it. Remy jumps into the water, or what does this start? Chain jaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, change that, not Remy. You're not sending.
Into the water.
Eat the child into the water.
All right,
Yay!
all right, in you go.
What are you guys doing?
Well, we're mostly.
Give you a little action. Hugo.
Well, let me check something for perception to see if. Wait, so the boat's filling up with water, right? That means is it sinking, or are the soldiers attempting to board?
They're not attempting to board. They're just shooting you with harpoons.
I mean, it's still safe to assume that someone's getting their weapons ready.
It looks like they're about to shoot you again, but yeah.
Maybe you could think of some sort of distraction.
You could think of some sort of
Do I
distraction.
have to?
You could
I
build.
vote we find
I
a way
don't
to convince them to let us on their ship.
That'd probably
To
be
you.
the best.
Sorry, I kind of skipped over you, Hugo. I'm sorry.
That'd probably be the best course of action, because that way, if we get on the ship, then we can distract. It would be easier to distract them, and then Chainjaw can come on, commandeer the ship, and then we could throw him off.
Quick question: how close is this man to me? Or person?
Probably about 300 feet.
300 in within
Yeah.
300 feet, or is it how far away they are from me?
They are at the top of this boat, so it's a galleon ship.
Wait, 500 feet? How could you see him?
300.
You can just barely see him.
Oh.
300.
It's kind of a
Most
little
of our-
man.
Most of the range is 60. How would any of us been able to know?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
so-
can't see
Well,
someone
it's-
300 feet
They've
away.
got a bunch of lanterns on their ship.
Okay.
That's probably also how Sasha.
I just assumed it was eliminated.
Yeah. Mentioned a bright
I
light.
kind of imagine this like spotlights kind of stage from the front.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also the light from the spotlight. Anyway,
Nothing I can really do except try and use my persuasion.
you could try to loose an Eldritch Blast at him out of spite.
I will not fire an Eldritch Blast at them.
Okay.
Plus, I don't have that, actually.
Oh damn, it's the best spell in the game.
Hey,
Who here has the highest charisma?
What is this game you speak of?
Try.
Plus, an Eldritch Blast is only like 30 or 60 feet.
Wait, what charisma did I give Sasha?
Chainjaw
I can't
climbers
remember
back
making
onto
that
the ship.
particularly high.
I have the charisma of a flank steak.
I have a 19 in charisma. That's why I was trying to offer persuasion.
Alright,
Chain-
yeah, that-
hey guys, Chainjaw climbers back onto the ship, and he's looking pretty terrified and out of breath.
What happened? What
We
did
gotta
you
go
see?
that way, and he points the opposite direction of the ship. Right now!
Why? Wait, our sink is shipping. We can't.
A dragon turtle bursts from the water in front of the galleon ship, burying its giant gargantuan jaw into the mast of the ship like the jugular of some enormous creature.
I turn my heel, point at Marcos, get to that helm of that ship. Rest of you try and get that hole in the bottom out, and get the harpoon out of the ship, and try and patch up with the bedrolls. That's what you could probably do, right?
Makes sense. I mean, how many
Okay.
bedrolls?
Let's
how
get
many
moving.
How many bedrolls do we use for the sails, though?
All of them. So,
Oh my god.
Okay. Other solution. We have crates down there. Try and push the crates against them, hold them, or until you can actually find a way to repair it while you're down there, do so. In the meantime, point to the goat man. Get to the helm of that ship and drive us away from here.
All right, what should I?
I'll make the option I was
do? What
thinking
should
of,
I
like
feel
a
for?
last resort.
Listen
Roll
to Chainjaw. Follow his direction.
Vehicle proficiency check.
What?
Vehicle proficiency. Do you have that?
No.
Or navigator's tools, if you would rather.
Oh, navigator's tools. I don't think I have navigator's tools. I have cartographer's tools.
That would work. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Oh,
You
wait,
can map a
where do
course.
these? Cartographer's tools.
Would with Chainjaw helping him account his proficiency?
You know what? Actually, I think it's going to be a strength check because it's kind of hard to pull this wheel right now with the storm.
Oh, okay. Well, let me.
I mean, what if he had?
strength save.
Oh yeah, Chainjaw, sure. Chainjaw can help. He's going to assist, take advantage on the check.
Oh shit! How do
So
I do
with
that?
the 24.
It's good.
24.
24 is the one. Okay, you grab the wheel and you're kind of pulling it as hard as you can against the wind, and you're about to lose it, and then Chainjaw kind of comes up behind you and it helps you out, pushing it the same way, and both of you together are able to turn the ship around as the galleon ship is distracted by this huge monster coming out of the water. It's like, and a dragon turtle is like a giant snapping turtle with the head of a dragon.
Ooh.
Metal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I could tell you lore, but it's you wouldn't know it anyway. So as people who are going below deck try to staunch the flow of the harpoon hitting into the ship, Shiro currently has taken off his chef uniform that he's always wearing, and he's shoving it into the hole, desperately trying to quench the water. You can see that the harpoon is still through the side of the ship, and he's using like 6 different arms, metal arms coming out of the bottom of his sides of his armor to just try to hold this water in.
I have some
Crazy
rope I can
idea. What if we
provide.
tried to take the harpoon out?
I'm kind of busy. You can try it. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on. Wait, I have to figure. Wait.
I'd assume that'd be a strength roll.
Yeah. How are you guys gonna try to do it? Just like push it out.
14. So that's not...
Wait, never mind. I'm not smart enough to make that kind of thought happen. I have
Oh
a
my.
-1 intelligence. Never mind.
The worst stat of anyone in the crew. I will say that there are teeth-like chains embedded in this thing. Like, how on a blade there'll be like chains going down, so you can't. If you rip it out, it's gonna hurt worse. It's like that.
Oh, in that case, we're not gonna try.
I'd probably need to have actual communication with Sasha about this, but
Hey, what if you guys cut the chain outside? How easy is it to cut? You do that?
Cut the ties as a whole.
Can I?
How strong is
Can
the
I
chain?
roll intelligence to attempt a big think?
How strong
Yeah,
is
go
the
ahead.
chain?
What's wrong with the? How strong is the chain? You can run outside and check, and you see it looks like it's a metal chain.
Well, I'm on I'm near the side of the ship, so
Is that high enough roll for me to have an intelligent idea?
Go ahead, yeah.
It's below average.
it's
exactly
directly
average.
It's directly average.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out, guys. What if we pulled the harpoon in and then cut the chain while the harpoon was inside the ship? That way we don't end up making a bigger hole.
Everyone stops for a second, and then Shiro goes, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Makes sense.
I'm shocked.
I could probably destroy the chain
Why
from
does
the
that sound
outside,
like
Oh
and
a
then you
good
guys
idea?
just pull it in.
I now require a long sleep before I'm allowed to say something smart again.
It's your once a day ability. Okay, go ahead and make some
Big,
guys.
big brain thought was utilized. Must recharge.
Must roll 20 for big brain.
You have a brain blast.
think.
Okay, you guys want to go ahead and roll a strength check? Who's going to be rolling the check? Who's going to be assisting?
I guess it would be whoever's there down there with the harpoon.
Well, I'm
I will
currently
help.
trying to steer the ship.
I think that would be Sasha, Press, and Twiggins down
I'd be
Oh,
more
I thought it
than
was
happy to
still on
make another
top.
roll,
I thought it was still on top of the ship.
even though this point I'm
there.
not
You're probably
sure if
running
Sasha
back and
could be
forth
one.
between it. Like you ran outside, checked the chain, and then ran back under.
Yeah, alright. So do we each roll for strength?
Go ahead and Sasha roll, and you guys can assist, and Sasha will get advantage.
Alright.
Okay. Wow.
Me too.
Nice, 22. You guys are all pulling together, and you manage to the first couple chinks of the whatever the kind of the teeth start getting pulled through, and then with a little burst of wood, the whole thing is in. And now there's the chain. How are you guys gonna cut it?
I'd leave this to the machine to break the chain.
I'm
I
holding
own
the ship
nothing.
together.
Oh, well.
Wait, hold on.
Anybody bring their weapons up here?
I can give
I don't own
my
that.
I can give my
Marcos isn't here.
Marcus is in
Wait.
here.
because I have a hand axe and a sickle.
I have
Wouldn't it be
cut-
if you're below deck? You could use those to like cut it, but yeah, you're at the wheel. Anyway,
How far? Hold on. Let me just.
Could I toss my could I slide my sickle?
Maybe the axe would be a better idea.
Or yeah, the axe. Could I slide the axe? I mean, they both have the same attack.
well, Marcos,
so-
right now you're on the wheel at the top of the ship, so you don't even know this is happening.
Oh, okay. Like I can't even overhear it.
No, not over the storm.
Did Sasha bring her weapon up? Can she just kind of...
You can try
What roll would that be?
attack check, or just roll damage.
Okay, wait.
What kind of weapon are you using?
Oh,
Click
wait.
on your-
Let's
You
see,
gotta
battle
click on
axe.
your weapon and your equipment.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's a battle axe. All right. You start chopping at it. Bang, bang, bang. It begins to chink away, and the chain breaks, and you've got this harpoon now.
Yeah.
Cool trophy.
Twig pockets it.
How big is that harpoon?
Longer than Twig's body.
I think that's good. All right. Well.
RPG pockets.
All right. So the first one missed. So we only had one hole in the ship. So just patch that, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, fair.
All right. So you guys are going to be patching up that hole. On top, Marcos, as you're steering the ship along, you do see another light in the distance, and it is a large neon sign. Strangely,
Does it say?
Perception.
yeah, it says Intermarine Shopping Center in huge letters.
How do I
So
speed
looking
up the
back at the
ship to
ship.
get to that building as soon as possible?
You'd have to lower the. sail.
You'd have to catch the winds, so it's really just luck.
Can
I
you-
rolled a charisma check for luck. That's kind of fun. How's that?
Uh-oh.
I'd say just roll a straight d20 for
Oh,
luck.
religion.
Okay. How do I do? Where do I do that?
Well,
is
if
your
you want to
charisma
roll a
die?
straight.
On the left, there should be several buttons, including one of D20. If you hover
You have
over
a
it,
13
there's a button
charisma, which
for
is plus
D20.
1.
Wait,
I know about it.
where
Here.
would the button be? Like to the left of.
I got it.
Right.
Natural 20. Cool. Okay, you steer with a natural 20. You are managed. The wind catches perfectly, just as you think your ship's about to go down. You're not going to be able to make it. This strong wind goes and catches right the bottom of the sail perfectly, and it carries you right in through this door you didn't even know was there.
Ooh. So
And
now,
this huge metal door opens up for you as you're going inside, and you are now in this kind of enclosed docking area, where there's a couple other ships.
ooh.
And the deafening sounds of the rain and the thunder and the fighting from outside are gone now, and you can just hear. The silence is almost deafening in here compared to what was outside.
I
And
had
are
to
there-
because I'm
We
throwing.
can we can definitely hear the fact that there's no more rain.
So
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally every trigger is gone. Sasha is happy.
Large yacht.
Why do I have 3 napkins? in
And
there?
behind all the ships, you can see a large metallic door which is closed, and there is a strange-looking camera over it. And it is kind of eyeing your ship as it drifts through the water.
ooh, camera.
Marcos docks the ship, and you all get off with quaking, shivering feet. You have
I-
survived your ordeal at sea. Congratulations.
I do that thing. I shake all the fucking water off my fur like a little animal that I am.
Oh, oops! I got some on me. No.
Kind of holds her hands up. Tries to
Aside from
not
that, both of you
have that happen.
Hey, space, personal space.
Cyber, you here?
Yeah, I've been here.
What's up? So what kind of ship do you have?
I have a small, like, wooden ship with a little lantern in the front.
That's what you see.
So
And it is locked here.
there's no one else in here, right?
Not that you hear.
Let me roll investigation to see if there's anyone here.
You don't see anybody.
Hmm.
Do you want to? Did you roll?
Yeah, I did roll.
You get 16. Well, what are you gonna do? Like, going into people's ships, or you're just looking around?
Just kind of looking around.
Okay, you kind of walk around, and there's no one that you can see, obviously, on the deck of ships or anywhere. There could be someone inside the yacht, though. Since it has a bottom deck. But obviously, the only person or close to person is a camera, which is watching you above the steel door.
I want to investigate what that camera might be because I'm a bit suspicious of it.
Okay, you walk
So
over and
hesitant to get out of the boat, but you know.
you can get out of the boat just fine.
Yeah. I said hesitant, not like I'm gonna stay in here no matter what. Nah.
Okay, so Marcos, you kind of take out a screwdriver and tap the top of the thing, camera, and it says, "Hey, whoa!"
So,
And you hear kind of a mechanical sound, a mechanical voice say, "Hey, who are you guys?"
a merry band of travelers?
This is Officer Gnarl Blackberry.
Gnarl Blackberry.
Yeah, it's a family name. You got a problem with it?
Nope.
What are you guys doing in the international shopping center in the middle of a storm? You
Not
guys are
dying.
I feel like that's an obvious answer. I'll just say,
Not exactly a choice.
heading out of the storm into somewhere where it's not storming.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna get the security clearance, and this is gonna scan and make sure you're not pirates. This camera. Go ahead and look up at the camera real quick. You guys do so?
Yeah.
I guess we all have to.
Oh, it looks like one of you's Navy stuff. Interesting. Well, yeah, come ahead. And the door is open, and behind it,
Sasha
you
kind
can
of fails a little bit.
walking towards you see in this kind of Paul Blart Mall Cop outfit
I'm sorry.
is a like 7 foot tall bugbear.
Can I please play the video?
Oh my god.
And he does have the gnarl Blackberry written on his uniform.
Out of character, I love him.
It's a beautiful Aussie.
He makes his way over to you on this kind of Segway looking bike, and then gets off to greet you.
Is it like a mechanical subway?
It is Subway?
Segway.
I'm sorry, I cannot get Paul Blart Mall Cop out of my head.
Yeah, it's a mechanical one. He says,
Mechanical subway.
he kind of looks at you suspiciously. He's like, "All right, so I guess none of you are pirates, at least not good ones, if you are any. So, you guys are real lucky to be alive. This is the International Shopping Center, the biggest mall ever in the world, documented.
In the middle of the ocean.
From place to place. We aren't actually docked right now, so most of the mall's closed. But you guys can hang out here until the storm passes if you want."
Is there any opportunity we could get repairs to our vessel?
Maybe after the rest of the shop's open, there's some repair facilities.
Alright. Why don't we have a look around?
Are you guys gonna all leave the other ships behind and go ahead into the shopping center?
I mean, is there anything
Well, actually,
like
let's
significant
look around.
to
Let's
check?
look around the
Then-
the ships first.
Okay.
we don't have
you
to
kind of break off the-
I feel like one or two of us could stay behind and just make sure that the ship doesn't, fully sink on us while we're in here.
All right.
I just realized
Alright,
we don't have our
that's
fetish
fine.
money.
Who's staying behind?
I guess I will.
All right.
Actually, no. I'll look around.
Okay. Just
Sasha
whatever.
volunteers probably though.
I'll stay
Alright.
behind as well. I might as well. Not
I'll say,
doing
Twig,
much.
you definitely notice that the yacht looks like you sense wealth. I'll say that.
I am well. I have kept the yacht well in mind.
Do I notice this? Just
Um,
No.
the tiny cat just staring.
They could think.
No.
Uh,
Twig
yeah,
already
it's like-
used his thought
Well, okay. He had to use his intelligent thought. Now this is his greedy thought.
He has infinite number of greedy thoughts that he can use.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
his
let me get
nautical
one.
class feature.
I'm gonna. Yeah. I still need to get the water out of my fur, so I think I'm gonna stick around here with the other.
So you wish to stay here where there's more water.
Gnarl presses X to doubt. 1 second.
Roll for insight.
He looks at you, and then he takes 2 fingers up to his eyes, and then points at you and says, "I've got my eye on you, little runt." And he says, "All right, rest of you come with me. Show you to the main area."
Okay.
Who is that gonna be?
Bold of him to assume that sort of name would offend me. My name is literally Twig. Like, come on.
And I think that translates to slightly small stick.
Okay, so you're still go with him.
Same language, you
I
idiot.
guess Sasha's staying. Is Sasha and Hugo still gonna be staying behind?
Sasha's pretty eager to stay.
Okay.
Can I dock my
I have some
boat?
food, so I can go check out. He's gonna go ahead and.
I thought your boat was already docked. No offense.
Oh, I asked if I could dock my boat.
I'm confused.
Why this person really into docking?
No,
I
because
have
there
big
were the,
autism. What do you mean, Cyber?
because I'm still in the boat, aren't I?
Oh, are you still in the boat? I was gonna say you were in the shopping center
Was it? Wait, then why didn't they see my boat?
because it's
Because
docked.
your boat was already docked.
So it was already there?
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that. All
You
right.
could just.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But
You could still be
I-
in the ship.
I assumed because other people were in their ships that I was still in mine. Okay. Yeah, never mind then. No, I'm not. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone who is not staying behind would see. You know, like whenever you walk into a mall, there's that 4-way split, or like a 3-way split into different parts of the mall. There's one part which is the big door, which you just came from, and there's 2 other side ways that it goes off of. And pretty soon they hit one of those big chain things that comes down to block you off from entering parts of the shop that are parts of the mall that are closed. But there are a couple of shops that are open, and there is one called Oceans of Potions, with a big potion, half-empty potion, kind of like drawn onto the big wooden sign out front, and also attached to it is Arms and Armaments, which is a armor or kind of weapon shop. There is one called Dark Carnival, which is kind of like what's Hot Topic, but also it's clowns.
You can't do this to us, Gates. You can't do this.
Listen,
confirmed.
it's canon. And there's another one which is a sports shop, and next to that you also see a fortune teller.
Now I
Kind
feel
of-
bummed out that I didn't come with the party to see the fucking rest of the mall because I'm missing out on clown content.
No, I thought you did. I thought you did.
No, I said
No,
I was staying
stay
behind.
behind.
notes.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Sasha's pretty eager to get back to the boat.
Okay.
I don't know, probably
So
keep her hands busy.
Before we, so I guess
Would armor and armaments provide repairs to the boat?
maybe you can go check.
Let's go find out.
All right, who's going where? I'm gonna say real quick.
I'll go to armor and armaments.
All right, how about you, Chris?
Well, wasn't I still at the boat? Or
I asked that. I wasn't sure.
oh, well, since there's already 2 people there, I guess I can go with the rest of them. So, I assume the potion. What was it? Ocean of Potions.
Yeah.
I suppose I can go check that one out. But also,
There's
while
a small food stand.
I'm also passing by, I would like to view any of the closed shops, the ones that are not open yet.
You can see them through the kind of the net. There's a bunch of them. It just keeps going down pretty much forever and branching off into different sections. This place looks labyrinthian.
This place has quite the extensive amount of stalls for. Can I turn to Mr. What was his name? Blackberry?
Wait, what species is he?
He's
He's
a
a
bugbear.
bugbear. He's a
Senior
sneaky
Blackberry
little
Mall Cop.
motherfucker.
Is his
It looks
name
like
last name?
if
Yeah.
if a Bigfoot was also
Blackberry.
but like really mean, like an orc Bigfoot. That's what he's like. Go ahead and Google bugbear.
But what was his last name? Blackberry.
Yeah,
What was that?
his name is Gnarl Blackberry is what's written on his.
I'll just turn to him. Mr. Blackberry, is there any sort of herbal shops in this extensive amount of stalls that are of this mall?
I
Oh,
expect to see
14.
the My Little Pony bugbear.
God damn it.
we got about 14 here. Spread out.
How
Oh,
many
there it is.
shops do you have in this entire place?
Couple hundred.
And
55.
now, I'm apologetic for the questions I ask you, but is this a moving ship?
Yeah, we move from place to place, docking at different islands, then going out again. Most of
Is
our
it-
right now are trying to weather the storm, so there's not a lot of shops open. Also,
And
we're not.
so, and once the storm passes, where exactly is this giant ship destined to go to?
Well, we were gonna be at this one island, but now that the storm's hit, I guess we're gonna have to rechart. Just wherever's closest.
So you have no idea of where the destination is going to be?
That's life at sea.
Well, I suppose so. In the meantime, we guess we'll hunker in here and I'll go check out that.
Just fits your accommodations.
It's more than what we had in that ragtag boat, but thank you very much. I guess we'll just weather the storm together. I'll just head towards the potions store.
Okay. And Naro's gonna walk back towards where you guys walked from before. Call me if anyone does any crimes, he says.
No, don't worry.
And now, Cyber, you do hear all of this and see all of this happening.
Do I?
Yeah, you're the fortune teller. You're sitting out. Whatever
No,
you're
no, I
saying.
meant the second part of that sentence.
Oh.
The
Do-
crimes.
I don't think I don't think I saw anything.
Oh, right, because you're blind. Do you want to explain your character?
Yeah. I'm a
Hurdy-gurdy man?
hurdy-gurdy. I guess I'm a changeling, fairly young and short. I got a big old black blindfold around my eyes, and then long, kind of messy white hair. I have these thin cloth robes, and I carry around a hurdy-gurdy and a satchel on my back.
Excellent.
I'm just googling what the fuck a hurdy-gurdy is.
Oh, you don't know what a hurdy-gurdy is? The most beautiful.
No,
piece
neither
of-
do I.
Why,
It's
that's an intricate piece of
It's an instrument.
Hurdy-gurdy.
instrument.
It's supposedly pretty easy to play.
yeah. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
It's just
It's a
their
crank.
reputation was tarnished.
I had to
so
say
many-
that 'cause
so
I
many
didn't know.
beggars would play it that eventually it just got like everyone was like, oh, it's the beggar instrument.
yeah.
And
That's
It's
what
it's kind of like a violin, and you crank it to make a sound, and then
do some
you
cool shit with it.
you put pressure on each one of the strings to make different sounds, basically.
The hurdy-gurdy is a stringed instrument that produces sound by a hand crank, loosened wheel rubbing against the strings.
Yep.
So basically, the wheel functions much like a violin bow, and the single notes play the instrument sound similar to that of a violin.
So I am currently cranking it, and while I'm putting pressure on the strings, and you hear very droning music, just kind of trying to grab your attention.
Wait, this is happening. Is this happening? Doc?
It's
No,
not happening
it's in the
right
mall
out front.
area.
We're
Wait,
in the mall area. Probably like out on the floor. There's like this big quilt laid out with like a crystal ball, and I don't know what kind of setup Cyber wants to have. I don't
can
think
I?
it's an official stall. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
I don't use a crystal ball because I can't see.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
You use your
Mhm.
hair.
Again.
Who is all at the mall and who is still at the dock?
I think you and Sasha are still at the dock, and everyone else went to the mall.
Huh.
Speaking of which, Twig and Sasha, what's up? You guys-
Sasha's been trying to like do some like fiddling around with the ship. Probably got the shirt out of wherever it was, trying to dry it out for Mr. Robot Man. Oops,
Oh, right,
I've
yeah.
forgotten the name of.
I think
Uh,
Shiro's probably still wearing his drenched shirt, honestly.
Oh, I
Can
thought
I-
he just left it there. Whoops.
It's all good.
Can I get a scope on exactly what all that camera can see?
Yeah, it looks like it's stopped changing directions, and it's just sort of fixed on your ship right now. If you want to approach the yacht, you're going to have to kind of duck down, maybe crawl along the side of the the dock, and like then jump to the other ship, and you could probably make it in with a good
Wait.
stealth roll.
Well, okay, well, I have a question. If I were to just walk out of the frame of the camera towards, like, the area where the dock is, would it still be able to see me?
No.
Well, I turn to Sasha and say, I'm gonna continue to get the water out of my fur, so if you don't mind, I'm going to step over here where you cannot see me. And
Wait, you don't have to lie to me. I really don't care what you're doing.
Okay, sure, whatever, fine.
You're on the run from the Navy. All of you are. At this point, it's not going to be like, look, stealing is wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, out of character, I was trying to play it up for the camera, so if it's like recording our audio, then they would.
Oh, what?
Big autism time.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Okay, I just
Well, to be
fucking.
fair, they were a bit quiet about it, probably.
Okay, I just walk off camera like I'm going to do something else, and then I start to scope up the ship and see the easiest way thing, and maybe try to tell if anybody's still in it. Can I roll perception on that?
There's nothing you can see right now that would indicate there's anyone still on the boat.
What's the easiest way on the boat?
Looks like you had to get in through a hatch on the top. There's like a cooler, and there is like a flag on top.
Okay.
If you have any kind of knowledge of the surroundings, you know it is something you buy from certain pirates and people in the area to know that you have paid a fee and that you are safe and cannot be boarded.
Okay. Wait, what does that mean?
So some pirates, if they're more organized, like some of the pirates in China, would be like, hey, pay us a fee and we'll give you a flag. And if you have this flag up, we won't attack you. But you gotta pay us.
I
So-
hop up there.
Okay.
I honor no flag.
Are
I'm
you
assuming.
use his flag?
Am I gonna what?
Gonna yoink his flag?
Nah, I'm gonna leave the flag. I don't give that much of a
Okay.
shit. I just don't
Also, I'm
respect
not
the
entirely
flag.
sure you know.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. If it's like an Asian culture thing, that's kind of like. What is that beeping sound? What? I don't know. There's a beeping sound somewhere in my house, and I don't care.
Okay, I thought you were. Okay, I was very confused.
Bomb's about to go off.
Ship
Back to cover.
explodes.
Boom!
Twig fucking dies.
Twig instantly dies. His mangled corpse flying. No.
I tried to open the hatch.
I honor no flag. But nice. Yeah, you can open it up very slowly and carefully, and you slink down.
It's not hard.
Nope.
Dumbasses.
You don't make even a sound as you hit the ground.
Running.
With my little cat vision cat eyes, what do I see?
The most garish thing you could ever imagine. It's a big room. There's a disco dance center
Oh god.
player and a bunch of different CDs tucked into the wall. There's a
Wait.
cooler and a bar.
Uh-huh.
Does Twig say eat the rich?
Eat the rich. Eat the
And
rich fuck
room
cop.
to the back that you don't know where it leads to, but it's behind the bar. Probably like sleeping quarters.
Huh. This is lame.
There's also some tables and chairs.
What's at the bar?
You walk over. There is a bunch of real good wine, as well as some cheap beer.
Okay.
I mean,
There's lots of mixing stuff.
Well, I am small and I do not have much room to hide something on me. Are there any tiny bottles?
Any tiny bottles?
Yeah,
Uh,
like
there's
like
stuff
they're
you can
small
take.
bottles.
You take a small bottle of what looks like really good. It's really nice packaging, nice glass. Yeah,
Alright.
this is probably good.
I guess I want to head back to that other room too, very quietly, just in case.
Okay. Do you want to roll? I guess you could probably tell that there's probably some pretty good CDs over there.
Oh. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's check
See
out the
if-
CDs.
Okay. You pull them out, and a lot of them have this. Like, there's a lot of like really good stuff. It's some classics, and a lot of these CDs you see someone you recognize. It is
Oh.
a white dragonborn who has what people would colloquially call the Dirk glasses on. And coming off of both of his cheeks and the back of his head
Can't-
are these long catfish-like whiskers that also kind of form dreadlocks in the back of his head. And he's doing poses on these covers, and this is Brooklyn. He is a famous rapper.
Yes, the notable glasses of Prince Dirk. How can I not recognize them?
Would you prefer Kamina glasses? If you're cultured?
I think
This
common is a
obviously
little bit more
Ghost Rider.
appropriate. It all
Yeah.
depends on the color of the glasses. That's
The
really
glasses
determined.
are
Are they
they
red or
sort of-
black?
They're black.
So they'd be considered
Prince Dirk.
Prince Strider. Thank you very much, you uncultured swine.
Prince Strider, the other famous rap artist from this world.
Prince Strider.
Out of pure respect, I take this.
Okay.
It's like this is a cultured man. I want it.
You hear footsteps.
Uh,
That I can cover.
I'm small. Where can I hide?
There's
You
a
can probably
bar.
climb on the ceiling really quick with your climb speed and maybe hide up near the chandelier. There's like a kind of a disco ball near the top. You could
Alright,
also behind a record player. You could dodge behind some of the chairs, hide behind the bar.
I'm gonna go for the height, and I'm gonna go up by the chandelier.
People
Okay.
don't look up.
You scurry up the wall really quickly and jump onto the top of the ceiling. You duck behind the disco ball, and just in time to see this a half-orc butler walk in past the room that was beyond, and he kind of looks around. Make a stealth check.
Oh boy.
It's a nat one.
Anxiety time. Oh.
You are quiet as you can possibly be, and yet, on this man's face, you can see an expression you've seen so many times before. He knows someone is here, and he is suspicious, but he doesn't know where you are.
Okay. Well, I guess dwarves have night vision. Is that a thing?
Yes,
Mhm.
they do.
Okay.
I will say this room is lit up, though.
Oh, okay. I thought it was dark. So. Okay. Think. I feel like it would be stupid to try and drop down and run into the room that he just came from, and so I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna do the stupid thing. Alright. Are you gonna wait a bit? Like maybe a couple seconds until he's walked across the
Yeah,
room?
I'm gonna wait till he's like absolutely facing the opposite direction, and then I'm just gonna drop and gun it. Quietly gun it.
Okay. This is
Scuttle,
gonna be
scuttle.
pretty cool. I'm ready for this. So he stands up and he walks over and he begins walking around the room slowly. He walks over to the table as it's back to it, and he suddenly flips around and knocks the table over, and it goes kicking onto the ground. And the kick that you saw had a lot of like martial arts prowess behind it, surprisingly. And he goes into like a kind of like crane style pose, and then just lowers himself back onto the ground. And then with his hands behind his back, goes over to the records and kind of picks up the record that sees the spot missing, kind of parts it, and goes, and he goes to go shut the door, which the hatch was just left open. And that would be your time to go.
Okay. That was okay.
I respect this man.
I am intimidated, but I'm also filled with respect.
You want to roll an acrobatics check if you're going to drop down from the ceiling?
Yeah, let's hope I don't fall on my face.
You roll with expert prowess, jumping off the ceiling, go into a roll, you duck behind the bar, and then scurry through the door. You turn around just in time to see him walk back downstairs and look at the shaking... look around, and he sees the kind of slowly shaking disco ball, and he frowns. And then begins to walk towards where you are, not looking at you.
Okay, quickly, what's in this new room?
It's a hallway, there's 2 living quarters and another room. And along the hallway, you see at the very end a giant picture of Brooklyn framed on the wall.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck!
what?
I'm on
It's
his
like-
ship? God damn it! Okay, 2 living quarters. I would assume one of those must be empty, right? If it's a butler and Brooklyn.
50-50.
It's 50-50. I guess I flip a coin on it. Which one do I go into?
You duck into the first room and close the door behind you very quietly.
Uh-huh.
And turn. It is Brooklyn's room, but he's not here.
Ah, shit.
It's very nice. There's another record player in here. There is a recording booth. You can see a bunch of it's really well kept. There's a trash can filled with ramen noodles, empty packages, surprisingly.
And a Starbucks cup.
Yeah, and a
When
Starbucks
you're
cup.
rich, but you still eat like ramen.
Yeah.
Like I said, all due
Good
respect
situation.
for this man.
Yeah, no, the same.
There's a couple other painted portraits of Brooklyn, really embarrassingly scattered around the room on the walls. And he has this really nice bed. It's just like you go and touch it, it's soft. It's like, oh my god, I could sleep on this for so long.
Put the bed in
Feel
your
the whole
pocket.
fucking bed, king size bed,
Yeah.
pocket, put it in your
Put it in
pockets.
Putting your RPG
I
pocket.
Okay.
I capture log it. I know.
For real though, I had a bag of holding in one game I played, and as a thief, I stole someone's entire bed when they were out of the room, and then dropped it on them from a 4-story building. Let's keep going.
All right. What are good potential hiding places here? I guess the bed would be a
Under the
big
bed?
thing, but that seems a little too
Cliche
obvious.
would be under the bed, into the closet. You could try the ceiling again, but you just did that.
Twig, you gotta come out of
There's
the
a
closet.
cupboard. You don't know what's in the cupboard. It could be full or not.
Twig needs to come out of the closet. I mean, Twig, not Tim. Not Tim.
Hide behind the
I'm
door.
innocent.
Damn.
I'm sorry. My sister's here. Okay. How big are the pillows on the bed?
Pillows.
Yeah.
I know what you
Twig
do.
gonna steal
Oh, there's also a small hatch window. You're not sure you could fit those.
Oh no!
How big are the windows on the, or not the windows
There's
on
just
the bed?
one big body pillow. There's no character though.
Oh my god.
It's not
Could
like
I-
an anime body pillow.
Could I hide in or under the pillows? Because no one expects that. Also, because I'm small and
You
fluffy.
could definitely try to flatten yourself underneath the covers, which would be a good hiding place if you manage to pull it off, but it's gonna be a hard roll.
I'm tiny.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. I guess I do that. I hide like on the bed.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Ooh. Wah!
Ooh.
That's technically not even a 20. That's a 15 plus 5.
It's a roll. It's a dirty 20.
Okay, your small body sinks into this perfect water bed, and you feel like you're about to drift out to sleep as you pull the covers over you, and you hear the door open, creak, and tink tink steps inside. You hear a door open really fast, shrink, and close, and he goes and he checks under the bed, lifts it up, plops it down, and then he leaves and closes the door behind him. What do you do?
I now begin to investigate. Are there like any drawers or anything that I can look through?
Yeah, there's the closet aforementioned, and there is a drawer, which like a cabinet that you don't know what's inside.
I check the cabinet.
Okay, you open it, and immediately a bunch of stuff spills out onto the floor. But it is gold.
Twig be
Oh
like,
shit! Yeah.
Gold,
Gold,
diamonds,
baby!
riches.
Twig be like, I respect this man. Also,
Now, quick question. Does Twig just yell that out?
No, I did not.
No,
You immediately cover your mouth. No, but I will say that it did make a sound on the floor.
Twig,
Ah,
Twig be
You don't
like,
know how loud though.
Twig be like, I respect this man. Also, Twig, time to commit theft.
Okay, you don't know if you heard it or not. I rolled a secret perception check.
This whole time I've been in the process of
Oh,
flattening
boy.
this floss stick.
We should probably cut to someone else.
Oh yeah, it's all about to be over. Sorry, it's getting a bit long.
No, it's fine. This is something I've never done before. Floss
Wait,
stick
what do you
has
do?
blades.
Good.
okay.
Shane,
I'm
mute your
sorry.
mic if someone's talking to
I'm sorry.
you.
It was just quick. Okay.
All good.
All right. I quickly pocket as much of it as I can.
You just scraping this gold into your bag.
Yeah. How big is that window again?
Pretty small. It'd be hard to squeeze out of.
Well, a cat can, in fact, fit through any hole that is the size of its head. Is it the size of my head?
Cats are liquid.
Probably.
Okay, probably. Good enough. What do I gotta
As
roll
you're
for that?
scraping the last of the gold into your pouch, you pick up a big diamond and put it in there, and the door opens. And the butler steps in and looks down at you. Now we're gonna go back to the shopping center.
Oh shit. Dun, 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 dun.
So, Hugo or Press? I guess you guys are both going to the same place, right? Hugo, you were going to the potion shop, right?
Mhm.
And
I was
then
going to the armament shop.
And
Wait,
Also, you just said Hugo and Prest.
oops, yeah, sorry, Marco's and Hugo.
Hugo and Press.
Don't
A lot of
forget-
people to juggle here.
Don't forget Shiro.
Are we joined by fucking what was it, hurdy-gurdy yet?
Yeah,
No,
right,
no one
right.
interacted
Yeah.
with me.
You haven't interacted with Cyber yet, so.
We should probably do that.
Well,
It's
we were
been
in
an
the
hour.
place.
Where's the distance between the armament place and Birdie's little stand or like little
10 feet.
off? Okay, that's I can walk over there.
Okay.
With the sharp end.
You guys go to meet up with the fortune teller?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm selling over to the
Thorax.
If I choke myself, tell Scarlet I love her.
Got it.
So what's been happening with this place?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well, do you mean this place in particular or my humble abode?
Well, both, I guess.
Well, let's see. This mall's pretty famous. It travels from across the realm and whatnot. It has lots of different places. And I tend to travel amongst different large populated areas. So that way I can make some quick money.
Hmm.
Would you like to have your fortune told?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It'll be 1 copper piece.
Hold on, let me check.
I'm sorry, I can't. Whenever I hear changeling, I can't unsee my
no,
pony.
I do think I have
To be fair, it's a
copper
good
on me,
design.
but I can
It's
give
cute.
a little. I can give you a
Mm-hmm.
little. How about some rope?
So-
You want some rope?
Rope.
Lovely! May I feel it?
Rope.
Am I watching this?
Yeah.
She
Well, I just
takes the
realized
rope.
You could have like just handed her a pebble of the right shape.
Uh,
I feel bad.
Tim, can you roll a d10?
Is it R D10 like?
I'm gonna roll for you.
No.
There's like a little like a
There's
d20
dice
symbol
on
to
the
the
side.
yeah there.
There are dice on the side.
2.
Yeah. Okay, do you see the...
Oh yeah,
D20.
that's what I
On the
did.
far left, there's a little like d20 symbol, and then you hover over that, and
Also-
it gives you option.
I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick. Type slash, roll, space, and then 1, D, and then a number.
Okay, yeah, that's what I remember now.
Just 1d10.
You can type
Okay.
this to roll a thing.
All right, and then let's see. Shuffle.
Anthony's gonna roll
She
a
takes out a bunch of cards. She shuffles them, and she takes out 2. Let's see. Ooh. It seems that there's some sort of purity in this area that you're searching for, or that you will encounter.
Of purity. Hmm.
Or something that'll bring purity, some sort of light, or hope. Thank you for this rope. It is quite lovely.
Chiro is
Okay.
gonna walk over and he's gonna sit down and say,
Sorry,
"Could
I
you
can't
read
get
my
over the fact that she was like, "Ooh, I love
Sounds fun."
The craftsmanship is lovely. Can Shiro roll a d10? Alright.
Shiro takes out a gold coin and hands it to you.
Gold.
No.
Yeah, how do you know?
You kind of like pull out a card and start to sift through your head
We're a
trying
cat
to
face
figure
in the
out
SleepySouls
his
logo.
fortune, and you are overwhelmed by the image of Shiro flattened out on the ground. There's broken parts everywhere, and his eyes are completely blacked out.
Oh my. She puts away her card. She goes up to Shiro's, the side of what she understands to be his head, and whispers her vision.
Shiro kind of like unmoving. He doesn't really make facial expressions, so he just says nothing, doesn't move, and then goes, well, good thing it's just like, a fortune anyway.
It would be a shame if you actually did believe in such things as superstitions.
Excuse me? She
Mhm.
she throws
Shiro
down
stays
her
quiet on how
cards.
completely ironic the statement.
Let's not be one to disrespect other people's views.
I'll have you know that all of my fortunes are 100% genuine.
Is that so?
I would never tell a lie.
Never even to make a profit?
Of course not. Lying is dishonorable.
She gave you a fortune for rope.
I enjoy rope.
I'm just saying.
Alrighty then.
Wait, am I misgendering Cyber's character?
Changelings don't really have specific
Oh, okay.
genders. They're kind of
Alright.
fluid.
I'm really. I want to run for a changeling so bad. I'm so cool that you played a changeling. I've never run for one before.
A blind
It's-
shapeshifter. That's my favorite character idea. It's like,
Very well, if you are not lying, of course. I'll just produce a small silver coin and toss it in front. Have at it then, fortune teller.
Alright then. Show me your hand. Roll a d10.
show me.
I have another fortune for this one.
So the way you said it, Cyber, show me.
I'll just.
Oh, that's okay, Cyber.
I'll just place
yes.
my. Oh, yeah. So Cyber. Oh, he has a fortune. So I'll just.
Yeah,
place
you
my palm out.
you hold, you check, you feel the creases on Hugo's hand. His hand is very clammy and cold, strangely, but as you feel it, you're overwhelmed by another pretty strong vision of Hugo crouched over a dead body and feeling like kind of doing an autopsy.
I plop back down, I shuffle my cards, pull out one card, and from it I put away the card as it matches the vision that I saw, and I simply tell him, you will do some sort of surgical action on what seems to be a corpse or body.
That is pretty impressive. I mean, it's not like she can see your uniform, so it's cool that she knew you were a doctor. Man, I'm getting a bit spooked. I hope I don't get hurt. That would suck.
Please. At any given time, anything could be in direct correlation with it. I could just be looking at a person on the ground for all I know. Superstitions are just a meaningless thing without actual proof.
Well,
Old words
Science
for,
wand.
warlock vampire, but he doesn't say that.
sir, are you some sort of doctor? Why were you doing that to the body?
Well, if you haven't already heard from my friend, and I just look over to Shiro, I am in fact a doctor.
Well, if this truly was superstition, how would I have known?
You could have guessed at any given point. I know about superstitious materials. Just at any given time, anything can come true with just being as vague as possible.
I don't know. There aren't many doctors in this part of the world. The fact that I was able to decipher that from the creases on your hands in a simple card should be enough proof.
How would you know it was me and not the one on the ground?
Because I can feel your soul.
Well, this is getting a little tense here. You guys,
Yeah, he has the tendency to do that to people. I'm sorry.
you want to join us in shopping?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Cool.
No, we wouldn't want to stifle their business, would we?
She neatly tucks away her deck of cards and her little spirit board she had in front of her, packs it into her bag. Well, let's get moving then.
Just kind of just doing hand motions to the. What just happened?
So are there any noticeable other noticeable traits about this character?
Just what I described, really. No,
Okay, so you guys are turning about to go shopping, and you see walking in behind you is this butler, and he is carrying Twig.
Wait, I didn't get to make a save on that or anything?
Nope. And then he's holding Twig in.
Wait, what happened? I was looking up
Biden's
changelings.
The butler has arrived with Twig.
Okay.
He says,
I thought something had happened off screen.
Did the butler carry Twig into the mall?
yeah, into the mall area, and Officer Blackberry, who was at the door, kind of turns around, does a double take, and says, "What? Who?" And then the butler says, "I found this on my ship." And that's where I'm gonna end for today.
I facepalm.
Well, I
Meow.
already have an idea.
fuck you.
I was
Meow.
thinking we might have needed
Gunshot.
like this earlier.
Hope you guys have enjoyed. Come back next week and we'll do it more.
Alright, I have to go. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.